Hello everyone, I am Bhavani, working as a lecturer in Department of Mathematics, DNR College Autonomous, Bhimvaram. Today I would like to discuss the concept of partial differential equations through this presentation. Firstly, let us see what are the contents are there in this presentation. Here we have the contents, introduction, definition of PDE. PDE is the short form of partial differential equation, and the next one is order of partial differential equations, and finally methods of solutions of dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. These are the contents of this presentation. Coming to the next slide, we have to start with the introduction part. Coming to the introduction, before going to discuss the definition of the partial differential equation, let us see the definition of an ordinary differential equation. Here, ordinary differential equation is nothing but an equation which involves one dependent variable and one independent variable. Then we can say it as an ordinary differential equation. Coming to the example, here we are having an ordinary differential equation, small differential equation, that is dy by dx plus 2 into e power x equal to cos x. Here dy by dx, in that we are having two variables, that is x and y. Here y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. Why? Because here we are differentiating the variable y with respect to x. That's why y is dependent and x is independent here. This is about the ordinary differential equation, as you people are already know about this in your earlier classes. So coming to the next one, partial differential equation. It is also a differential equation, but what is the difference between ordinary and partial differential equation is that in ordinary differential equation we are having one independent variable, but according to the partial differential equation we are having two or more independent variables. Okay, if there are two or more independent variables and one dependent variable, then it is called as a partial differential equation. What is partial differentiation? Partial differentiation is nothing but having a function more than one with more than one independent variable. That means if we consider any function, in that function we should have more than one independent variable. That means we should have two or more independent variables. Let us consider z equal to f of x comma y. This is the function what we have considered here. In this, z is the dependent variable and x comma y both are independent variables. Why? Because z is the variable which is depends on x and y. That means z is the variable, the value of z is completely depends on the function f of x comma y. So here z is the dependent variable and x comma y both are independent variables. Here in this function we can't differentiate the function directly. We can differentiate, but we can't differentiate the function directly. So here z is the dependent variable and both x and y are independent variables now. So here we have dou z by dou x. That means we are differentiating z with respect to x, and here y is constant. While differentiating z with respect to y, that is dou z by dou y, then here x is constant. While in this manner we have to differentiate the function. Coming to the next slide. According to our textbook prescribed one, what is a partial differential equation? A function of the form, as earlier I have said that whatever function we have considered, that is of the form f of x, y, z, comma and so on t, comma and so on theta, theta x, theta y, comma and so on, comma theta t, comma and so on theta xy, comma theta yx and so on equal to 0. Whatever terms we can take it as a function here, where while you observe the function here, x, y, z and so on t are independent variables and theta of x comma y comma z and so on t is a dependent variable. Here while seeing that x, y, z, t all are the independent variables, while if we consider the values with theta, then it is a dependent variable. Here theta x, theta y, theta t, theta xy, theta yx and so on, whatever the values we are variables we are taking, those are known as the partial derivatives with respect to the independent variables. Then that whole is known as a partial differential equation. That means here theta x is nothing but dou theta by dou x. Here the partial differentiation is denoted as dou. We can call it as a curve D. We can say it as a partial differential. Okay, that then theta x, theta suffix x is nothing but dou theta by dou x, that is differentiating theta with respect to x, then we can say it as theta suffix x. Okay, or like that theta y, theta t as all are the partial derivatives with respect to the independent variables. What are the independent variables we are having here? That is x, y, z, t and so on. Okay, then this is known as a partial differential equation. That means a partial differential equation is nothing but having dependent variable, two or more independent variables and their partial derivatives. Then we can say it as a partial differential equation. Then coming to the next slide, let us restrict ourselves to two independent variables x comma y and a dependent variable z. That means if we consider according to the partial differential equation definition, we should have two independent variables, at least two independent variables. That means we are restricted ourselves here, that we are considering two independent variables, those are x and y, and a dependent variable, that is z, what we have already taken in the function in the earlier slide. Okay, then we denote P, capital P equal to dou z by dou x. That means here the dependent variable z is differentiating with respect to x and also z is differentiating with respect to y. So that's why dou z by dou x is denoted as capital P, dou z by dou y is denoted as capital Q. For example, this is the examples, few of the examples of the partial differential equations. Let us see the first example. P cos x plus q into e power x equal to 0 is a partial differential equation. Absolutely it is a partial differential equation because here P is the differential, partial differential dou z by dou x, q is dou z by dou y. Okay, this is the first example. Coming to the second one, x into theta x plus y into theta xy plus z into theta x equal to 0. That means it is also a partial differential equation. As earlier I have said that theta x is nothing but dou theta by dou x. Theta xy is nothing but dou theta by dou x into dou y. Also theta xx is nothing but dou theta by dou x into dou x, that is dou theta by dou x square. Okay, we can write it as a partial differential equation. And coming to the third one, px plus qy equal to 0, where p equal to dou z by dou x, q equal to dou z by dou y. These are the forms we can write a partial differential equation into. Okay, these are the few examples. And coming to the next slide, what is order of a partial differential equation? What is order of an ordinary differential equation? Order is nothing but the highest derivative, the highest differentiation and that particular equation. Here it is also same as the ordinary differential equation. Here, coming to the definition, we define the order of a partial differential equation to be the order of the derivative of the highest order. That means in the whole equation, whatever the highest derivative is, whatever the highest differentiation is exist, whatever the highest differentiation is exist there, we can say it as the order of that particular partial differential equation. For example, if we have n terms in an equation, then what is the highest derivative in that whole equation? That is the order of that highest derivative is the order of that particular equation. Coming to the next slide, example of order of partial differential equation. Let us see the first one. The order of the partial differential equation x theta x plus y into theta xt plus z theta xx equal to 0 is 2. What is order of the given equation? The order of the given equation is 2 because the order of x into theta x is nothing but dou theta by dou x, it is 1 plus y into dou theta by dou x into dou t, that is the 2 independent variables are there, that is the highest derivative is 2, and plus z into theta dou theta by dou x into dou x. So here we are having the order of the partial differential equation is 2 because the highest order derivative is the second order. Okay, coming to the next example, the order of the partial differential equation px plus qy equal to 0 is 1. Why? Because p equal to dou z by dou x and q equal to dou z by dou y. So this is the first order derivative. So the highest order is also 1. The highest order derivative is the first order derivative. Okay, these are the two examples of the order of the partial differential equation. Coming to the concept, methods of solutions of dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. Let us consider the simultaneous ordinary differential equations. Those differential equations or the set of the equations what we have considered here, dx by p equal to dy by q equal to dz by r. Here it is an ordinary differential equation. Why? Because here we are having dx by p. Here we are using the differential operator, that is d. We are not using the dou here. So we have considered the simultaneous ordinary differential equations, that is the differential equations ordinarily, that is d here, where p, q, r, the variables are the functions of x, y, z. That means the denominators, the p, q, r or the terms of functions of x, y, z. Those are in the form of x, y, z itself. Here what we have to note down, the most important point is that let us consider, if we consider the set of equations and we can name it as equation number 1, then the general solution of equation number 1 will be a 2 parameter family of curves. That means we are having the two solutions, 2 parameter family of curves, 2 curves we are having here. We can get 2 curves. Next, the integral curves of the set of equations 1 from a 2 parameter family of curves in 3-dimensional space. We are discussing about the partial differential equations in 3-dimensional space. In that we are having the set of equations form a 2 parameter family of curves. Coming to the next one, to find the integral curves of the equation 1. So while finding the general solution of the equation 1, we are having 3 methods here. In that first method, let us see the first method here, method A. In that we are having the 3 cases. Coming to the case 1, let us first discuss the functions. That means, guess the functions. That means here, while giving the set of ordinary differential equations to us, we have to find out the general solution of that particular set of equations. That is our task. That is our problem here. Finding the general solution there, we have to first guess the functions p dash, q dash, r dash, such that p dash plus q dash plus r dash equal to 0. That means here we have to select the functions p dash, q dash, r dash, which depends on the equation. That means while we are substituting the values of p, q, r as well as p dash, q dash, r dash as is a form of p dash plus q dash plus r dash, we should get the 0. To satisfy that condition, we have to choose the functions. We have to guess those functions p dash, q dash, r dash. Here with the properties, p dash means dou into u1 by dou x, q dash means dou into u1 by dou y, r dash means dou into u1 by dou z. That is, here also we are having that p dash dx plus q dash dy plus r dash into dz equal to 0. Here we are discussing about the concept. In this method, we are having the fraction, that is p dash into dx plus q dash into dy plus r dash into dz by p dash plus q dash plus r dash. In that, while solving that fraction, we can get an exact differential, that is p dash dx plus q dash dy plus r dash dz equal to 0, which is an exact differential of u1 of x comma y comma z equal to c1. That is, while solving that equation, we will get the first family of curve, and here p dash dx plus q dash dy plus r dash dz equal to d of u1, that is differentiation of u1. Similarly, we can guess the another functions, that is we can guess the another functions, that is p double dash, q double dash, r double dash, such that p double dash plus q double dash plus r double dash equal to 0. Here as the above process itself, where there we are calculating p dash plus q dash plus r dash value equal to 0. Here, while choosing the functions p double dash, q double dash, r double dash, such that p double dash plus q double dash plus r double dash value should be 0. On similar lines, we can get u2, that is the other family of curves, that is u2 xyz equal to c2. Therefore, the two parameter family of curves are, while combining these two, while writing these two at a place, we can get the general solution. We can get the general solution. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. Therefore, the two parameter family of curves are u1 of xyz equal to c1. C1 and c2 are the constants or parameters. u2 of xyz equal to c2. If you notice that while the general solution is also in the form is a function in the form of xyz. Okay, coming to the next case. Sometimes while solving the problem, we can easily solve by comparing the two, equating the two set of equations, that is dx by p equal to dy by q can be solved, and also that one is equal to dz by r. Then the problem can be solved in a simple manner. Coming to the third case, it is somewhat difficult while comparing to the case 1 and 2. Coming to the case 3, sometimes we get the parameter family of curves u1 xyz equal to c1, and it is very difficult to guess the next set of equations, that is p double dash q double dash r double dash. While choosing the equations, where when we choose the equations, if the particular equation p dash plus q dash plus r dash equal to 0, that that one should be equal to 0. In that manner we have to choose the functions. Similarly, while choosing the second set of equations, while guessing the second set of equations, that is p double dash q double dash r double dash, it is somewhat difficult to guess those at some cases. So then in that case, obtain one variable from, that means we have to take one variable from u1 of xyz equal to c1 and substitute in equation number 1. We have to take that variable from the first family of curves and we have to substitute in equation number 1. What is equation number 1? At the set of ordinary differential equations, whatever we have kept as an equation 1. So in that equation we have to substitute that and solve the resultant ordinary differential equation. While substituting and solving that differential equation, we will get the next family of curves u2 xyz equal to c2. In that case, in the case 3, we can find the general solution while doing the process. I hope you people have understand the concept. Thank you so much.